أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه ومن تبعه ووالاه وسلم تسليما كثيرا. أما بعد, we continue with Surah Nisa, and today we are studying verse 135 onwards. It's a new section here. This is an order from Allah Azza wa Jal to everybody who believes in Him subhanahu wa ta'ala to establish qist. Qist means justice. Qa, sa, ta means establish justice. Aq, sa, ta means did not establish justice, means did the wrong. So if you add a alif in front of the three-letter root, it gives the opposite meaning. Right? Like for example, in Latin, you put a before a word, it gives you the opposite. Like something synchronous, like we are synchronous now. Like I am teaching you. If I put a and I said asynchronous, means I post something and then you reply in your own time. You understand? There is communication, but asynchronous. This is synchronous, means like back and forth life. You understand? So a in Latin here gives the opposite meaning. Okay? In Arabic, same thing here. Some have like that. Qasata means did the qist. Aqsata means ignored the qist, means transgressed. Muqsit is the person who establishes justice. Qasit is the person who transgress. Surah Al-Jinn, Allah said, وَأَمَّا الْقَاسِطُونَ فَكَانُوا لِجَهَنَّمَ حَطَبًا. They are the fuel of Jahannam. Qasit. Qasit, qaf, alif, sin, ta means wrong, doer. But muqsit, muqsitun, al-muqsitun, يعني those who are establishing justice. So we want to be muqsitin. يا أيها الذين آمنوا كونوا قوامين لله شهداء كونوا قوامين بالقسط شهداء لله. يعني always قوام بالقسط means this is your life, this is your concern, this is your worry, this is the main goal of your life, is to establish justice and help justice be established. So you do it and you help it to be done, right? Somebody said, I'm not transgressing, but you are helping a transgressor, right? Okay. So one time, Imam, one of the great Imams, I think Imam Ahmad ibn Hanbal, he or Ibn Taymiyyah, I forgot, يعني, but one of the great Imams was in the jail, prison, يعني. Then the jail keeper comes to him, give him the food, and said, yeah, Imam, I love you, Allah, I respect you and everything, but this is my job, and right, I don't want you to be in jail, but I cannot. So do you think I am going to be accounted as a helper of Zalimin? أعوان الظالمين, يعني I am from the أعوان of the Zalimin who transgress you. He told him, no, you are from the Zalimin themselves. So you are not going to be considered a helper. No, you consider be a transgressor because you are part of it. So sometimes a person thinks that they don't have a choice, but they do have a choice. Why you are working in this job? You can retire. You can resign. Right? You are not pushed, like they are not putting a sword on your neck. You have to work this job. Then yes, we can understand that. Like if somebody put a whip in your hand and they said, you whip him, otherwise I'm going to cut your head. And this is another story of ahkam, يعني. But you're not. So he told him, you are actually from the Zalimin. Right? So it is not helping. So sometimes a person thinks that they are not transgressing, but they are transgressing. Sometimes a person thinks that I am not the transgressor, but you are pleased with what they do. Sometimes you are not pleased with what they do, but you are letting them doing it. Yani, it depends what can you do, but you are not doing. So you have to do anything in your capacity first. Now when you cannot do anything, at least in your heart you don't like it. ينكر بقلبه. And this is the weakest of iman, as the Prophet ﷺ said, and there is no iman after that. But it's not like, don't care. No, you should care. What is happening to the Muslims all over the world, you should care about it. It should have some impact on your heart. At least every time you remember it. That's why I said in the khutbah one time, the least of helping justice to be established is to do the dua. Nobody is going to come and have surveillance on you if you're doing dua or not. And I said, who among us at least just dedicate some time to do dua only for these people? We always remember dua for ourselves. So at least every week or every day or at some time, you just say, you know what, I'm going to pray 2 rak'ah and make dua to all the mustad'afin in the world, all the weak Muslims in the world. We should start doing that. That's caring, right? It is caring. You don't have to send money, you don't have to fight. Just very simple. Just go to a corner in your house, do the wudu, go to a corner in your house, pray 2 rak'ah nafil to Allah and say, Ya Rab, help all the Muslim ummah. Ya Rab, help all the women who are. Ya Rab, help all the kids. To just do that. 2-3 minutes. But that dua is only dedicated for those people you do not know. But they say La ilaha illallah, Muhammadur Rasulullah, and they are transgressed. And that is one part of establishing justice. By making dua to Allah, Ya Allah, I'm not happy with whatever happening. You are the adl, you are the justice. You ordered us to establish justice, but I cannot do anything. So please help them. But when we are abandoning this and we are indifferent about it, then we are part of the problem, not part of the solution. So first you have to do everything in your ability. Then you say, I cannot do. Right? It's scary, I know, but it's important to understand that one level after the other. If you can stop it, if you can change it, change it. If you can stop it, stop it. If you can deny it, deny it. If you can not support it, don't support it. If you can make dua against it, make dua against it. But you go one level after the other. Don't just ignore and be concerned about yourself. And there are many things that you can do as an individual and many things we can do as a community. Now, Allah gave this ayah right after also He told us to be just with the orphans and the women. Remember when the people were asked, يستفتونك في النساء. Allah Azza Jalla is the one who gives you fatwa about them, and then you have to establish justice and all that. Also, the reason of the revelation of the ayah, that it is narrated that these 2 men came to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. One man is rich, one man is poor. They came having a dispute. So Allah, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, as anybody would think that there is no way that the poor person can transgress the rich person, right? But Allah Azza wa Jal said no. Sometimes the poor person is the one who transgresses the rich person. It's not necessarily a rich always or the strong always transgress the not. Sometimes the weak person transgresses, pushing the other one to the limit. And it happens actually very often. Like someone muscular and big and someone who's not. And that someone who's not, he knows that this man can crush him at any time. But he's a good man. Yeah? So this big guy is good, patient. Yeah. So what does the small one? Start pushing him, poking him, bullying him. Everybody thinks that the bully is bigger than the other one, and sometimes the bully is not like that. Sometimes it's mental. So we come and tell him, yeah, you're thinking you're big, you're this, you cannot do anything, you're a coward, da 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 da. And he knows that he's not gonna and the other one is holding. So people, when the big guy goes and complains and said, please tell this guy to stop. They said, huh? What are you talking about? This guy transgressing you? No way. That's what this ayah is about. Okay? So rich man and a poor one keeps telling the rich man all the time, you are rich, you are not helping, you are not doing, Allah will do this, bullying him, like telling him things that and then he will say, he helps him, and he helps him, and he helps him. And then he said, this man is like after me all the time. So after you what? Like what is he doing? You are the rich guy here. So people do not necessarily believe. Sometimes the younger brother hits the bigger brother. And they come to you and the bigger brother crying. You said, no, he did not hit you. You're just faking. So, and also the other side of it is that you become subjective to your family members. Now there are two things I want to make you pay attention to it. Justice is justice, okay? Regardless. Always we think like this. If two people come to me and, my son is wrong, I defend my son or defend my brother. That's not justice. Okay? So that's clear, correct? But what if the other person is wrong? And they come to me, I'm the Sheikh now. And somebody comes, and I know my son is having the right. Sometimes I shy away from it. I shouldn't. That's even harder now. Harder to give your family member the right when it is theirs. Harder than, being subjective and taking their side when they are wrong. If they are wrong, don't take their side even if they are your relatives. If they are right, give them their right even if they are your relatives. Don't be shy. Is that clear? But do not go with the tribalism. Tribalism? Like my son is always right. Who dares to hit my son? No. But maybe your son is the one who's wrong. Find out first. Right? So justice is very hard, by the way, to establish. It's not as easy as we might think. Because it will make you lose lots of relationships. Establishing justice will make you lose many relationships. Because relationships in this world are based on emotions. Most of the relationships, social relationships, based on what? Feelings and emotions. You like somebody, you dislike somebody. You love somebody, you hate somebody. You have business with somebody, emotions, right? And even the relationship based on benefits, there is emotions there. If it is not for the benefit, okay, you let your emotions rule. Example, I have a business, I open a business, and a customer comes, and that customer is rude. Right? There is emotion or no emotion? I'm intimidated now. I'm mad. But what made me control my emotion? Business. I'm opening a business. Now if I don't care about this customer, what happens? Get out of here. Right? I don't care because I made the millions already. I have a name. My product has a name, You want to buy, you stay polite, you stay in the line. You don't get out of here. You see? Emotions. I'm just telling you, relationships in this world are based on what? That's why Allah said justice. Justice here because you have to have something that puts emotions down. See, the benefit is what makes us suppress our emotions. You go to a business, they don't like you as a customer, but they smile, smile at you. Welcome, what you want? And they kind of like, yeah, but they're smiling. Now, if they don't want you, they will be very discriminatory, right? Discriminate. And big businesses like that. Some businesses, I sell only to this kind of ethnicity. I only sell to this rich people. You go in, they will look up and down to you like this until you flash some money. Sahih? Like try to walk into a big car dealership like Lamborghini or Rolls Royce or something like that. I walk like this, or you walk with your... they will look down, up and down to you. Right? But now if you go with the suit and the tie and you have somebody opening the door for you and you have this kind of thing, or you make an appointment, the boss is coming to have, now everybody's waiting for you online. So the maslaha, the benefit, rules emotions, right? Bringing fake emotions out or taking emotions. But all relationship based on emotions. And because we are human beings, we are emotional beings, Allah Azza wa Jalla give us one standard, right? That always emotions come second. It's not because of benefit. Because benefit will go like this, right? Today I'm benefiting, tomorrow I'm not. This, that. No, said qist, across the board. Across the board. You are opening a store, everybody entered is welcome, as long as they are following the etiquettes. Adab. You're clean, you're mu'addab, you're this, you're that. And then it does not matter, you're going to lose or you're going to win. If they come in with offensive, you have to take your right. If they have a right, you give them your right, even if it's against yourself, right? You come, it's our mistake, sir. Plus, you're not going to go around and hire some lawyers to defend you while you are wrong. And the other side is trying to take more than they deserve. And it becomes a jungle. You know what I'm talking about, right? Here they say, how much justice can you afford? How much justice can you? Because if you cannot afford it, you don't have it. There is laws, but there is no justice. Justice is for whoever have a better lawyer and more money. There are cases, if you represent yourself, the judge actually will look at you and hate you. He wants a lawyer. That's not right. That's not right. Okay? And here, lawyers, they have agreement with each other and all of this. It's not like about you. If I have against you, my lawyer will talk to your lawyer. We are the enemies, but our lawyers are not. They will get paid anyways. Both of them will get paid from you or from me or from both of us. You lose something and I lose something, but they're both winning. So they're both getting their money at the end of the day. So this is not a justice system. There is difference between legal and justice. Legal rule and the rule of justice. Okay? So everybody should be able to get justice. Whether you are walking alone, whether you're not walking alone, doesn't matter who you know, doesn't matter how good your lawyer are. Why this concept of lawyer came? There was no concept of lawyer at all times. Concept of lawyer came because people cannot express, people cannot prove themselves right, so they want somebody to defend them. And it became a game, manipulative game. Everyone should give their bayina, and they are entitled to justice. And if they cannot express and they are transgressed, because the judge only rule based on what he has, right? Even if I am the judge and I know for sure that this person is mazloom, but he could not provide any proof, I'll rule against him, but I know Allah forgives me, right? And Allah will give him his right in Yawm al-Qiyam. Yani if I am the judge and I saw a person doing something wrong, but I don't have a proof, then he comes in front of me and they don't have a proof against him, I cannot testify. Because I am the judge, even though I saw him doing it. Then I can step aside and make another person judge, and I become a witness. But I cannot be a witness and the judge at the same time. It's a very strict rule. If the judge himself saw a person committing zina, right? And then they bring and they ask someone, he commits zina, he cannot make testimony because there was no 4 people. You see the idea here? So qist and judgment and fairness, it is a bigger picture. It's not a smaller picture. It is not that you go and get and who wins. Oh, see, I told you so I win. It's not that. It is more than that. If you take something which is not your right, Allah will punish you. So Allah Azza wa Jal is saying, oh you who believe, كونوا قوامين, not قائمين, لا قوامين. قوامين is مبالغة, يعني extra. فعال, you know there is فاعل and فعال. Like قاتل is a person who kills. قتال is a murderer, يعني serial killer. Yeah. تائب means he repents. تواب يعني keeps repenting. خاطئ خطاء, كل ابن آدم خطاء, يعني make mistake one after the other. فكونوا قوامين not قائمين, يعني قوامين بالقسط, يعني you are always eager to establish justice. It's not only a concern, no, it is your life. Like قوامين means extra worried and concerned about establishing justice. In the family, husband, wife, children to their parents, parents to their children, you to your neighbors, to people, always establish justice. Give people the right. When you're driving, you give people right of way. You don't transgress. Today in the morning, I'm taking my children to school, and subhanallah, in the traffic light, you know, and it turned green. I always look even if it's green. Look right, we look. I learned this the hard way. I'm telling you, a couple of accidents happened like this to me. And today Allah showed me again, and the kids, wallahi, were scared. It happened like split of a second. All right? So because the green light, I did not rush. I looked this and this, but the guy beside me rushed. And because he rushed like 1 inch away from me like this, and the car took the red light and hit him like this in front of us. The car spin in front of us. It's only a split of a second. Why? Because he thought he can make it. If he think about lives, he would not do that. صح? And I can guarantee you that this is not his first red light that he breaks. People don't do that just out of no. Allah saves you few times. But because it becomes a habit, that's why they tell us, in this dunya, you develop the habit. It becomes like a second nature. Like when you always say astaghfirullah, subhanallah, alhamdulillah, la ilaha illallah, that's what comes from your mouth at any occasion. Yes? If a person cussing a lot, what happens? Always, without even thinking. If somebody speeds, drive recklessly, they are not thinking. They said, I don't know. The police stops you speeding, I don't know, because they keep speeding all the time. But if you make it a habit to look around, even if it is green, then you are going to do that all the time. You save lives, not only your life, but other lives. And subhanallah, it was very fast that even my daughter said, what happened? She thought, my daughter beside me, she thought that the headlights of the guy exploded. That's how fast the other car went in front. You see? So he was coming very fast, and you see it turned red. And it turned red means within a second everybody else moves, right? And it's very short. Sometimes it's far, but it's very short. So when he's crossing that fast, the other guy came like this. So he took the front lights very fast like this. So she thought that the headlights exploded. And we're like beside us like this. So I moved because we were late for the school. So I didn't know, otherwise I would have stopped to become a witness. And that's also among the establishing of justice. Yani sometimes you should stand to be a witness. Right? So should stand to be a witness. But that's another hour or so. And the kids had a test at the school. So I had to go. Otherwise I will stand there and do testimony, because that's what Allah ordering us. كونوا قوامين بالقسط شهداء لله ولو على أنفسكم. Even if it is my mistake, here the insurance company said, you know what, never admit mistake. Oh yes, they tell you that. Don't admit mistake. Because we are in a world, no justice. Anything will be used against you. Well, everything has around it. I want to say the truth regardless. But here people are going to persecute me if I do it. If I say I'm wrong, he said, oh, he admit wrong. Oh, my neck now hurts. Oh, my knee now hurts.
Oh, yes.
Yes? So that's why I'm not going to say the truth now. Because if I tell you the truth, you're going to abuse it. So you are forcing me to hide the truth. And that's the so-called first world, advance. It's not. It's actually the lowest in morals, subhanAllah. A tribe in Africa or in the Amazon have better moral system. Those who you look at them as savages, believe me, they have stronger moral system. Yeah, some of their practices might be gruesome, some of their practices might be offensive, bad, but within them there is the respect for the family, respect for the tribe, respect for the leadership, justice established no matter who, like these kind of things. Primitive man is not savage, actually more morals. The more civilized we think, the further we are away from the rule of Allah, rule of God, subhanahu wa ta'ala. Justice even against. Well, Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam, we saw the idea of the Muslim who stole and made the Jew, like that. Allah said, no, he's a Jew, yes. You are a Muslim, yes. But you're wrong and he's right. He takes the right. At the time of Sayyidina Ali ibn Abi Talib, when he was Amir al-Mu'mineen, he gave the shield to a Jew to take some money, like collateral, right? Then he gave him the money and he told him, he said, no shield. I don't owe you anything. Bring a proof. So he goes to the judge, Shuraih al-Qadi. Amir al-Mu'mineen, the head of the state, is in front of a Jewish guy who denying. So he take with him, he goes there, and the narration said that Shuraih tell Amir al-Mu'mineen, the Amir al-Mu'mineen told him, no, you cannot call me by my title. I am like, a plaintiff, his defendant. We are equal in front of you. You cannot call me by kunya, Ya Abul Hasan, Ya Amir al-Mu'mineen. You cannot favor me here. So this is the first thing, right? Then he told him, do you have any proof that he took your shield? He said, no. He said, do you have any witness? He told him, my son, Hassan. He said, he cannot be a witness. He is your first degree relative, cannot be a witness. Because he can be subjective. Even though he will not lie. He is the grandson of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. How will lie? But still not accepted. So he told him, I'm sorry, I cannot rule the shield for you, or I cannot give you anything. So the Jewish man said, wow, the head of the state cannot prove anything against what kind of religion this? He accepts Islam. He accepts Islam because of this. He said, this is the religion of justice. You see, even you're right, you're not taking, but justice has to be established. It's not because who you know and you can twist things around and you have a lawyer who can find loopholes. That's what it's all about, right? No. When it is the deen of Allah, it has to be applied, inshallah Rabbil Alameen, and Allah will give the barakah. So do not follow the desire in ruling or giving testimony. Even it is a poor person, don't say out of mercy you have to stand beside him. If he is wrong, he is wrong. I'm sorry. And that's what happened with women's rights or animal rights or whatever rights of rights. Okay? Because a woman, by default, she is weak. By default, she is right. There's no such a thing. And the man is because he is this, he is wrong. No. It's almost the same. The domestic abuse, it is like 40% men, 60% women. Like 60% of those who are abused are women and 40% are men. Men get abused by women? Oh yeah. So why people take the default? These are statistics, by the way. It is not like numbers don't lie. Numbers can be manipulated, yes, but numbers don't lie. So this is the statistics. Go online and check the government. You will find. But men do not come out because it's shameful. Shameful. And he will go and report abuse. My wife beat me up. Everybody's gonna laugh at them in the precinct. The police will say, what kind of man? Dude, what's wrong with you, man? Some people like that. Even though they are strong, big and all that, and his wife is like tiny. But she will hold the frying pan and say, huh? And he sleeps like a baby, he's scared. She's gonna slaughter him or something while he's asleep. There are people like that. There are people like so scared of their wives you cannot imagine. I see it myself. Wallahi, people come to the masjid and say, Sheikh, can I talk to you alone? And he said, yes. He said, okay, my wife is going to come in. Please don't tell her that I told you this. Huh? What's wrong with you? He said, she's going to make trouble and I don't want problems and all of that kind of thing. Scared. There are women who are like that. So don't be surprised. There are men who are abused big time. Physical abuse, not only mental or psychological, physically. Physically. I'm telling you. One time, a man came to me and his wife has actually reported him to the police and everything, right? That he hit me and he did in this. And then what the investigation show? She hit herself in the wall. She hit herself in the wall, make a bruise, and she punched herself, she make a bruise over here. The man, when the police came, he showed him his chest. Her nails are, mashallah, in his chest, like big, yani. One of her nails even broken there. That's the kind of people. And that woman, mashallah, you see her with makeup and hair and everything in the community, she is like a queen. I'm just telling you, from my own experience as a sheikh. She comes and mashallah, this is like a very nice, delicate lady. And her husband, mashallah, the army guy and tall and, but he did not raise his hand on her, ever. Okay, so she did that, and then the police actually, the investigation showed that she is the one who is abusing, she is the one who hit him, she's the one, and he's able to give her one punch, she will die. But he didn't do it. Okay, so there are men who are, for many reasons, do not come out. But women, because by default, woman is weaker than the man, so everybody what? Believes. Okay, so someone poor, by default, always the rich transgresses the poor. So when a poor man comes to cry, because he's rich, and you're like that, and you go and you find the guy is desecrating his house. He's like making graffitis all over his house. Then who transgressed who here? You get it, right? And I can go on and on and on. So justice is by Allah. It's not because you are strong, means you are the transgressor. It's not always because you are weak, means you are the transgressed. It's not rich or poor. That's why Allah said, إِنْ يَكُنْ غَنِيًّا أَوْ فَقِيرًا فَاللَّهُ أَوْلَى بِهِمْ. Allah is the one who decides who is rich, who is poor, but this is not the basis of justice. Basis of justice is one thing only. Who is following the order of Allah and avoiding the prohibition of Allah. Bas. I don't care now, you are poor, you are rich, you are man, you are woman, you are old, you are young. Doesn't matter here. What matters is you did something wrong, I'm not going to look to who you are. You're wrong. Sorry, you're wrong. But that's why Rasulullah said the people before you, when a sharif, the person who is rich, steals, they don't cut his hand. And when the poor man steals, we caught someone, cut his hand. You look to the jail system, you find everybody in the jail from the same class. Means all those criminals are only from this class, are only from this color, only from this. What about the rest? They never commit. Actually, the ones who are there, who are the ones who are doing small crimes. But the big crimes have an arsenal of lawyers and laws and network and everything. It's funny that someone selling the weed and stuff like that, and they put them in jail. Then the weed becomes what? Legal. So the poor guys who put him in jail trade in it on millions of dollars now. They don't go to jail. But the poor guy who was caught on the corner is the one who was in jail. Then we make what was illegal and he's in jail because we make it legal and we make millions of dollars. Amazing. It's amazing justice. Where is the justice? With all these people who are held on this should be released. Yeah, and these are the things working on it. You see, working on it. That means justice is not clear. You see something working on it. That in itself, that statement in itself, we are working on it. Justice is not to be worked on. Justice is to be established right now. It's not to be worked on. If it is clear to you, khalas, that's it. You are not what If a Muslim person stays in jail one day while he should be released, everybody who is keeping him in jail is transgressor. It's transgressor. You do not do that. You know, I know someone went to the jail because it was like a Friday, and he is supposed to be released, but he was not released until Monday. Because 2 days, so why he has to stay 2 days in the jail? Because, you know, they closed, so to give the money, they closed the window. So come Monday. Why? Why I have to stay Saturday and Sunday while I can be outside with my family? While somebody who deserves to be life in jail is walking out around, and everybody knows they are transgressors. Cannot touch because, you know, he has this. So this ayah actually is a big deal. This ayah is a big deal. I just wanted to open some ways around you to think differently about qist. Qist here is from Allah, has to be the way of Allah. Doesn't matter who you are a transgressor, you admit fault. Your family, yes, dad, this is not right, mom is not right. Politely, okay? At least you disassociate yourself from the wrong. فلا تتبعوا الهوى أن تعدلوا وإن تلوا أو تعرضوا فإن الله كان بما تعملون خبيرا. يعني if you تلووا أو تعرضوا وإن تلووا أو تعرضوا. تلووا لي يعني twisting the tongue. يلوون ألسنتهم بالكتاب لتحسبوه من الكتاب وإن منهم لفريقا يلوون ألسنتهم بالكتاب لتحسبوه من الكتاب ويقولون هو من عند الله وهو من عند الله ويقولون على الله الكذب وهم يعلمون. Surah Al-Imran, we studied it. Those who twisted their tongue as if they are reciting the book, but they are not reciting the book. يعني they do in front of the Sahaba as if they are reciting the Torah and the Injil, but they are not reciting the Torah and the Injil. It's like somebody pretend in front of you they are reading Quran. Somebody, his mom does not know Quran, and he is reading poetry, but he is doing it like Quran. Right? Some people, they make that cheating. Like, you know, mom doesn't know, and he's holding a book. So she thinks her son or daughter is studying because she cannot read. But he is reading a romantic novel instead of studying for the exam. Right? That is what? Cheating. So يَلْوُونَ أَلْسِنَتَهُمْ بِالْكِتَابِ. Somebody you think their Sheikh is sitting and all that, who said, and there is a hadith to prove this ayah, and the ulama said two opinions in such and such, and you, because you don't know, you said, oh man, he knows. And whatever he's saying is garbage. Does not have anything to do with the deen. The hadith is not a hadith, and the rule is not a rule, and the quote is not a quote. يَلْوُونَ أَلْسِنَتَهُمْ. So they pretend that it is. So here Allah Azza wa Jalla said وَإِن تَلْوُوا means you twist your tongue with the testimony. Means you sometimes people play with words. Okay? Play with words. Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam warned from that. He said some of you comes very eloquent. So they can present something, so they take a right which is not theirs. I am giving them a piece of fire if I do. Because you convince, right? نعم. أو تعرضوا يعني you refuse. So you cannot refuse the testimony if you are called to for it. It's fard. If you are called to, like here they say subpoena, right? So if you are subpoenaed, you have to go. Why they say subpoena? Because they don't want to give you the option to decline. Subpoena means it's by law. You're going to go to jail if you don't go. You understand? And that's Islamic, by the way. If you are called to testimony, you're gonna give testimony. It's not like that. You're gonna go to jail, but here Allah said Allah will punish. Allah knows, but it's a duty. It's a duty to testify if the case needs your testimony. If you are called to testify with what you know, even it's against yourself or against your family, and that becomes very hard. So sometimes there are things you don't need to know. That's why we tell people don't be nosy, because it can come against you, right? There is information, it should be left alone. All right? يعني يا أيها الذين آمنوا, or you who believe, لا تسألوا عن أشياء, don't ask about things, إن تبد لكم تسؤكم. If it is revealed to you, you will not be good, you will not feel good. So sometimes questions should not be answered. Sometimes you should not ask questions. And the Rasul ﷺ said, من حسن إسلام المرء تركه ما لا يعنيه. Out of a person's perfect Islam is to leave what is of no business. So you have to know what is of your business, what's not of your business. Yes? Because the more you know, the more it's going to be against you. And they say anything you say or whatever. Now in Islam, anything you hear, it's not anything you say. Anything you hear, you're going to be testifying. So be careful. Like if you go now and try to know the news of everybody. Huh? What this one? Oh, he did this. Yeah, and he did such and such and such and such. Okay. Now you heard something that nobody else know. Now there is a court of law. And nobody is stepping up to incriminate this person. And if you step up, he's going to go to jail. What do you need to do now? You need to step up. Now, imagine if you did not ask about their news. You wouldn't know. Right? So being nosy, interfering in people's business is going to add to your problems. You know, it's going to add to your problems. There are some times I don't want to know. Yeah, Sheikh, do you know what happened between this man and his wife? I don't want to know. Do you see what happened in the... I don't want to know. I really don't. Yeah, if it is my business of mine, yes, right? If you want me to solve the problem, I need to know the details, yes. But now, I don't want to know. I have my own issues. Now what if this becomes a criminal now? And now I have this news of everybody in the community. Then every time someone is a problem, I should step up. I should step up. I should step up. You will put yourself in problem. Why? Why you want to know the affairs of people, subhanallah? Why you want to know? I don't care. I don't want to know. I only have enough in my plate. I'm worried about myself. I am having problems enough. I am working on myself. That's enough for me. If you tell me your issues, now I'm worried about your issue too. That's why me as a sheikh have a bigger problem, because people come to you with their problems and it becomes personal. This man is out of a job. This woman is abused. And you cannot do anything. You see how big is the problem now? You can't do. You know the problems of the community. Everybody is running to you. And you are facing all of this. Imagine if I don't know any of that. Yani people sometimes think that the imam or the sheikh is a job. He goes and leads salah. What does he do? Some people like have the audacity to do that. What does the sheikh do? Your job is very easy, man. And anybody tells me this, I said, trade my job with me one day. Just one day. One day, I'll tell to the community, I'll come in the masjid. I said, this brother or this sister, anything you guys do with me, do with them only for 24 hours. Bas. Just 24 hours. From this minute until tomorrow the same time. How are 24 hours? I want you to survive 24 hours. Bismillah. You'll hate yourself. Trust me, you'll hate yourself. Allah is the one, wallahi, who will give tasbeet. Allah is the one who will make the feet firm, you know. Allah is the one. You're reading the Quran, you're reading the Hadith, you know that you are in the footsteps of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. You know lots of things, right? And that's what keeps you going. Otherwise, why? Why? The money in the world will not compensate me for this discomfort I am having. You know the discomfort? Imagine you have your issues and this is your main thing, and a few issues of your family members. Time by 1,000. If there is 1,000 families, time this for 1,000. And you are the one in the center. Teenage problem, they come to you. Woman problem, they come to you. Relationship, come to you. Stealing, come to you. Money issues, come to you. And the masjid administration, come to you. And somebody who's not happy with you, they come to you. Everybody is like, come to you, right? Ya Sheikh, you are late. Oh, Ya Sheikh, this man. Ya Sheikh, you did not say Assalamu alaikum. Ya Sheikh, you should go to interfaith. Ya Sheikh, you should do this. Sheikh, we have a dinner, you did not come. Ya Sheikh, there is a wedding. Ya Sheikh, there is a funeral. Ya Sheikh, all the day, all day long. Yeah. What does the Sheikh do? What does he do? MashaAllah. It's like easy to say, right? Easy to say. That's why I say I hate that statement. Anybody who want that, I have the answer for your question without a word. Just come after Jum'ah and I will show you what I do. without saying a word. Just say, this brother now is Sheikh Mamdouh for 24 hours. Yalla am, Bismillah, take the community. Let's see how, what does the Sheikh do? You have internet, and you have a text message, and you have a WhatsApp message, and you have a person sitting in front of you asking, and there is lots of issues. Where is the certificate, Sheikh? Where is the letter of recommendation? Where is the divorce decree? What should I do? What is the fatwa I asked you a month ago? Oh, everybody like that. Every day, every day, every day. So now understand, the more you know about people, the more you are in trouble. So please ask less, right? Ask less. Read more. Read in the deen more. Talk less. Ask less. Unless it is needed, and then you will be demanded to speak. My father was telling me all the time, listen, 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 listen. A day will come, you will be asked to speak, but you will have lots of knowledge at that time. If you rush to speak, you will not listen. If you rush to speak, because you know when you are young, you are eager to speak. You are eager to say your opinion. I'm here, I'm here. I need to make a statement. I need my voice, fine. But then your ears are not working now. You want to be heard? Okay, everybody will hear you. But you don't have much. Your knowledge is very limited. And you want to be heard, Okay, he wants to talk all the time. Let him talk. Everybody now will listen to you actually, right? But they listen to you until you're done. Okay, let's talk now. So your opinion has no importance. But imagine if you're sitting and everybody's giving their opinion, but you're quiet. You know what's going to happen, right? What's going to happen? What do you think? Oh, you are quiet. You did not say anything. What do you think? You see, you are demanded now. But you heard everybody, right? No, I don't have anything to add. Alhamdulillah, everybody said anything. One time it will happen, even after years. People will insist that you give them the opinion, but you heard this case like 100 times. This exact situation 100 times. So now when you speak from the point of view of somebody who is exposed to this 100 times. But imagine if this 100 times, each time you give your opinion. You give your opinion. Khalas, people know your opinion already. Because they heard your opinion 100 times. They keep hearing your opinion 100 times. And they know it is no value. Because you don't hear good. You don't listen good. So listen good. That's why many of the scholars, they said, you do not write a book until you are like 40 years old. Do not author any books until you are 40 years old. And start seeking knowledge when you are 5 or 6 years old. So this 35 years is like getting everything in. Okay? And then you start teaching. You have a lot to give at that time. A lot to give at that time. And the rest of your life is added experience. But if somebody once they went and read قُلْ اللَّهُ أَحَدٌ قُلْ أَعُوذُ بِالْفَلَقِ قُلْ أَعُوذُ بِرَبِّ النَّاسِ, I'm the Sheikh now. Let me go teach. All right, go teach. But then people, once they learn these 3 surahs from you, there is 111 more surahs, They want to know, but you don't have it. So they will leave you. You are abandoned now. Why should I study from you when I can study قُلْ اللَّهُ أَحَدٌ قُلْ أَعُوذُ بِالْفَلَقِ قُلْ أَعُوذُ بِرَبِّ النَّاسِ from someone who knows the whole Quran? Why should I study from someone who only knows those 3? Right? And if there is two houses, one of them that you can get this thing for free, and one of them having a big high price, which one you go for free? Even you had the money, even if you have the money, why should I spend the money with someone that I can get it for free? Okay? So testimony is very important, and seeking the knowledge is very important. Asking questions is very important, but ask the right thing. Listen more, talk less, and don't interfere in people's affairs. Don't ask questions that will increase your issues. Alhamdulillah, sometimes the knowledge, ignorance of something is a blessing. Yeah, you don't know about it. I don't know about it. I don't know what's happening in whatever masjid now. Alhamdulillah, I'm better now. One masjid, less trouble, less trouble of a masjid to me. Sheikh, did you see the fight happening in the south? I didn't see it, I don't want to see it. There are shuyukh over there, they can handle it. Alhamdulillah. Somebody said, I'm coming from such and such masjid. Go to your Sheikh, akhi. Why are you coming to me? I have enough here. I'm not going to be eager. Yeah, tell me what happened. Oh, what? She said that to you. Why? Why should I involve myself in the details? Curiosity will kill you. فإن الله كان بما تعملون خبيرا. طيب, the next ayah is easy ayah. Next ayah says يا أيها الذين آمنوا آمنوا. See, يا أيها الذين آمنوا, already believe. Then Allah ordered them to believe. Oh, you who believe, believe. You know, it's like somebody who's studying, you tell them study. I am studying. What does that mean? Encouragement, empowerment, increase, enhance, improve. You are good in quantity, now be good in quality. You are good in quality, now be good in quantity. Always the order was something that you're already doing. It does not mean accusing you that you are not doing it. Ya ayyuhan nabiyyu ittaqillah. Oh you prophet of Allah, fear Allah. Does that indicate that the prophet is not fearful of Allah? Does it even indicate that he is not fearful enough? No, actually the prophet is the most fearful of Allah. But that order is to all his ummah as well, and that order saying that always there is a chance of improvement. Always you excel. Don't be satisfied with what you have, even if you are the best. Even I am the most knowledgeable person in this gathering. Does that mean I should stop learning? You know, whatever they know, it is going to be way less. If I spend the rest of my life, if I spend another 20 years teaching them without studying a single word, I'm good. Maybe this is the truth. But does that mean that I do not learn? No. You should learn more and more and more. Even out of thankfulness to Allah Azza wa Jal. And I know at the end that I'm not going to learn everything. Allah is the one who knows everything. But I should know more. So, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu, you are believers. But more faith. Demonstrate it more. Let it manifest more. Aminu billahi wa rasulih. Believe in Allah and His Messenger. وَالْكِتَابِ الَّذِي نَزَّلَ عَلَى رَسُولِهِ. Qur'an. And here Allah used the word نَزَّلَ. But the other one is أَنزَلَ. What is the difference? Why this one is نَزَّلَ and that one is أَنزَلَ? وَالْكِتَابِ الَّذِي أَنزَلَ مِنْ قَبْلِ. And the book that He revealed before. أَنزَلَ means He sent it from above. نَزَّلَ also sent it from above. But Nazzala means in stages. Means the Quran was not sent at once. Anzala was sent at once. All the books before used to be sent at once. Yani Allah gives Zabur to Dawood alayhi salam one time. Tawrat to Musa alayhi salam, same day. Injil to Isa, same day. Suhuf Ibrahim, same day. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam is the only one who received Quran over 23 years. So that's Nazzala. Nazzala. إِنَّا نَحْنُ نَزَّلْنَا عَلَيْكَ الْقُرْآنَ تَنزِيلًا. And it is revealed separate on stages. And whoever disbelieves in Allah and His angels, His books, His messengers and the Day of Judgment, that they deviated or they went astray badly. It's like Surah Al-Baqarah. كُلٌّ آمَنَ بِاللَّهِ وَمَلَائِكَتِهِ وَكُتُبِهِ وَرُسُلِهِ. 4 of them, right? Here Allah said who disbelieve in 5. Because اليوم الآخر. Right? Also. So you put the 2 ayahs together, it gives us 5 of the 6 pillars of faith. Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam said the 5, and he added qadar, believing in the qadar of Allah. That any destiny from Allah, whether you see it good or you see it bad, it's from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for our own good in general. For the good of humanity in general. فقد ضل ضلالا بعيدا. طيب, there are some مسائل here. Let's mention them. Abdullah ibn Abbas mentioned that this ayah, Ya ayyuha alladhina amanu, O you who believe in Allah and His Messenger and this book and the books before, right? Because some people from the people of the book, Abdullah ibn Salam, Asad and Usaid, sons of Ka'b, Tha'laba ibn Qais, Salam ibn Ukht Abdullah ibn Salam, his nephew, Yamin bin Yamin, all those people, they were among the people of the book who accepted Islam. So they come to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. They said, we will believe in you, and we will believe in the Musa alayhi salam, in the book revealed to him, and then Uzair, and that's it. We're not going to believe in any other messenger. We will disbelieve in all of them. Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, no, you have to believe in Allah and me as a messenger, in my book, the Quran, and all messengers before me, and all books before me. So that's the reason also of revelation of that ayah. So they all believed based on that condition after they heard this ayah. And whoever disbelieves in one of the messengers, he disbelieved in all. Because now you are saying that Allah did not send this one. So that's why you have to take the whole package. If you believe in Rasulullah Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, but you don't believe in Musa, what are you saying? That Allah did not send Musa. If you know that Allah sent Musa, you believe in him as well. That means you don't believe in Allah. So you're going to believe in all the messengers, whether you know them or you don't know them. منهم من قصصنا عليك ومنهم من لم نقصص عليك. Allah said to the Prophet, some of the messengers we did not tell you the stories. Yani the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, there are some prophets he does not know their name, but he knows that there are prophets. You believe in general, yani. Any messenger of Allah that came, I believe in. Any book Allah sent, I believe in. Now, Shahada means testimony. If you are invited, you should go. If you go, you say the truth. Don't twist your tongue and don't try to change it. Also, justice system is not established on who's strong and who's not. Justice is justice for Allah. That's why I said كونوا قوامين بالقسط شهداء لله. You are doing it for who? Not based on who's in front of you. Justice is one. There's not two different justices. That's why the judge should not just respect a person because he knows he's rich and disrespect a person because he's poor. If you have two people in front of you, you gotta treat them equally. طيب. There is the testimony for and the testimony against. Testimony against is always accepted. And if somebody testify against his family members, father, mother, and all of that, and it is validated, then it's taken. Testifying for them, that's the difference among the scholars, because now you are helping them to get something, right? As I told you. So that's the issue. It should not be a problem, as I told you, but because people now deviated and they go around and they get benefits and they get to do this and do that, so there is an issue here. But if we know that they are just, khalas, alhamdulillah. But the problem is people now playing with the loopholes and the system, and that's why it becomes a problem to not accept the shahada of a family member for his other family member. Allahu Akbar. Also, in the court of law, you do not accept the testimony of an enemy against his enemy. Like two people, for example, they have enmity among each other, or another lawsuit, right? Then he comes here and he testify against his enemy. So it's like kind of more of coming back at them for another deal. So if you know that they are enemies or rivals, you do not accept their shahada against each other. Even in the hadith, for example, if some scholars, they are peers and they accuse each other, we don't accept. Like if one of them said, oh, this sheikh does not know, or his integrity is, but they both live at the same time, or they're both like competition. You don't take that. That is not a qualification to put down a sheikh, you know. That's why, people sometimes it's jealousy, sometimes the competition, sometimes an issue. And that's becoming a problem. Like now you see, like some people competing, and once an imam or a sheikh makes a mistake, you find all those who are jealous from him, they come against. Right? Even if he's wrong, but they kind of make it more, impactful, you know, like, oh, now we got a chance, right? This guy been bothering us and he has been taking all the lights, all the cameras and all the things. So now let's get him. That's not an Islamic way of doing things. Unless he's doing some major sin or some problem, that's another story. طيب, inshallah we'll stop here. And the next time we talk about the hypocrites. Munafiqeen, you know. Some of the description of the munafiqeen. It is going to continue from verse 137. You have from verse 137 until until 146. All of these are description of the hypocrites. Munafiqeen, huh?
It's not in Surah Nisa.
Yeah.
Why Surah Nisa?
Well, Surah Nisa, it has lots of things. Well, Nisa not only for women, يعني, but most of the ahkam is regarding women, right? But it has about salah, it has about, remember, the ghusl, tayammum, right? It has about, so the Quran is like that. Whenever there is a main theme to draw attention, then Allah put other ahkam also in it. So you understand that they are not separate from each other. This deen is a whole package. يعني salah is attached to talaq, right? Zakah is attached to hajj. Hajj is attached to fasting. Fasting is attached to Quran, birrul walidain. Everything is like same package. So it's not like there is a surah for sadaqah and money, and there is a surah for marriage, and there is no such a thing like that. There is a main theme, but always you'll find other ahkam. That's to show you that the deen, one of the hikmah, that the deen is all connected together. But sometimes it's subtle. You don't make the connection easily, but it's all coming from Allah. And at the end of the day, it's the system by which Allah wants us to live. That's the idea. But you will see the munafiqeen, and then Allah talking about the justice system and giving rights to people. And sometimes a person read this, but they don't give right. That's a kind of hypocrisy as well. So you'll find the relationship. And if you discern, you will find the relationship. Why munafiqeen is here? And if somebody preaching all of this, but then he does not give his family the right, or does not give his wife his right, is a munafiq or not? Munafiq also. So munafiqeen is not only the ones who against Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, some ones who do not practice what they do, what they say. It's a hypocrisy. Yeah. Any question?